just jump on and see if anyone is crocheting right now. It is Saturday, kind of afternoon, evening, around 5:40 Central Time. And I got ready, so I thought I would just hop on and say hello. So this is my whip bag. I'm gonna pull out my whip. I have, so I don't think this video has even released yet, but I am gonna share with you what I'm working on and what the process is behind it, or the thought is behind it. So I am making these shawls out of Red Heart Unforgettable. It's a Red Heart Unforgettable, and this color is called Red Sea. Okay, I got this yarn on sale, I think a couple of years ago, and it's been just sitting in my yarn closet, so I decided to pull it out. So I have one finished one back there. I know you can't see it, but I'm making shawls. So I am using the pattern by Juan over at Juan the Yarn Addict, and this is his pattern called It's Just a Shawl. Okay, this is what it looks like from the front. It's very, very beautiful pattern, and look at how amazing it's coming out with this yarn. I love it. I'm just absolutely loving this yarn with this pattern. Like, it is that vibrant. What you're seeing on the screen, that's how vibrant it is. It's absolutely beautiful. So again, this is the It's Just a Shawl by Juan over at Juan the Yarn Addict. I will try to tag him in the replay of this video, but that is what I'm working on right now. So my plan with this is I am doing 3 shawls. So I think I started out with about 6 balls of this, and I've used 2, and I'm on my 3rd. And my plan is to make 3 of them. I would like to have one for myself and my 2 sisters. Often I end up making something for my mom also, just matching for the 4 of us. So I might do that. Let's see how much yarn I have. So I do have the same Red Heart yarn in, where am I? Okay. I do have it in another color, which is called Heirloom. So I do have, I guess, like 6 balls of that. So technically I could make more shawls just with that different colorway, but I thought I'm just into like matching things. So even when we were younger, like in our 20s and stuff, I would like getting matching things for me and my sisters. And so, you know, it would be like a matching robe or a matching, hi Sarah, or a matching, you know, t-shirt or matching shoes or just whatever it was. I always wanted us to wear like matchy things. So now I'm like, how about I make us matching shawls? So that's what I'll be doing. So this is shawl number 2. So the first shawl is done. This is shawl number 2. And then I will be making the 3rd in this same colorway. So again, this is Red Heart Unforgettable in Red Sea. It's so beautiful. It's so vibrant. So I don't know why it took so long. Like, this has been sitting in my stash for quite some time, and I don't know why I didn't pull it out and make this, but I knew that Juan had a shawl pattern. I just had not watched the video, and as soon as I turned on the video, I was like, okay, I'm going to use this yarn for it, and I honestly think it's coming out so nice. So I made a scarf for my elder sister over the past winter. So I had bought yarn from Hobby Lobby on their clearance sale last year in 2024. And the closest I can think of to compare it to is, it reminded me of the homespun yarn, but it was in black. Sorry, there's like glare coming off my laptop screen. Okay. Oops, I'm closing it on something. Yeah, so it reminded me of the homespun yarn, but it was all black color. Hello. Hi, everyone joining in. So I know I'm like babbling on, but I do have a channel, and on my channel I have tutorials. I have a membership. You can join that. I have affiliate links for Premier Yarn. So if you do buy Premier Yarn and you buy it through me, it'll just help me out to run this channel. I have tutorials for hats, for a mandala, for corner to corner, and then I make videos all the time. So I usually have 2 to 3 videos per week, and I try to go live and just lots of fun, my yarn hauls, my works in progress, my finished objects, all that fun stuff. So all that's happening over at my channel. If you haven't seen my channel, go over and check it out. And I would love for you to share my channel and to definitely subscribe. So yeah, hello everyone. So nice to see you here. I didn't know what people might be doing on, well, for me it's Saturday, almost evening. It's almost 6 p.m. But I got ready and I am going out for a little bit today. So I thought, while the house is quiet, how about I just jump on and see what everyone's doing? So yes, getting back to that homespun yarn. So the black yarn from Hobby Lobby just reminded me of that homespun. That was my first time using anything like that. And so I loved it. I held 2 strands together and I made this really nice thick scarf for my sister. Thick, I mean like it was a warm scarf for sure. When I finished it, I was really happy with it. I didn't do any complicated stitches because that yarn is it has a kind of different texture, like a mind of its own. So I ended up doing, I think I just did like either single crochet or half double crochet. And I just did like a regular rectangular scarf for her. And she wore it and she loved it. And like, I'm just so happy. It makes me so happy to make things and when people appreciate them. Lots of my pieces I've given to family and friends. And I think last year when my mom visited, or maybe it was earlier this year, I gave her one of my like larger, hi Samantha, I gave her one of my like larger mandala pieces. So she has it over on her living room couch and she keeps changing it. What are you sending me? Are those little monkeys? I don't know what those are. I don't know that emoji. But yeah, so it's so nice. And then I think when my parents visited last, I ended up making them some placemats for their dining table. I had some cotton yarn. Of course, now I can't remember what color it was or what brand, but I did end up making them some placemats. Which reminds me that I got an email from Premier. They have some new yarn and they sent out an email with some patterns. So I saw a really nice tote bag pattern, which was made with cotton yarn. And so I'm thinking of just using up the cotton that I have, like my cotton and stash, and just making a tote bag. So I did download the pattern. It's just a free pattern on their website. And I looked over it and I think I could just wing it, just figure it out on my own. Just how I mean, I did make this basket behind me. Let me turn you that guy's bit. Oh, sorry, my stand is here. But yeah, so I would like to make a tote bag out of my cotton yarn and just kind of use up my cotton yarn because I don't have that much, but I have, I have some of it. So I'd like to be able to use it up. Now, I did buy some more yarn at Joann's and I did buy some yarn that I have earmarked for making a shirt for my daughter. So, hi Aisha. So I will be making her a top. And now there is a pattern I found on YouTube and I'm planning to follow it. I think it just came up in my feed and it just said crocheting a t-shirt or something like that. I am crocheting a shawl. When you watch the replay, you'll see my shawl, but I'll show it to you again. Hold on one second. I know it's been a quick minute since I showed my shawl. This is the shawl. It's just a shawl by Juan the Yarn Addict. That's his pattern, and I'm using Red Heart Unforgettable yarn. And I'm still on the first skein, and I'm just loving it. These colors are so vibrant. Like, you can see how vibrant that is. That's exactly what it looks like. It's so nice. It's so, so nice. I don't know. I don't even know if this yarn is still being sold. Red Heart Unforgettable. It might be. And if you haven't used this yarn, what I can compare it to is the Loops and Threads Facets yarn, which I believe came way after this yarn. Because I think this Red Heart Unforgettable has been around for a while. And I only saw the Loops and Threads Facets yarn maybe like 2 years ago, or maybe even less than that. So They both have a similar type of style. They're both roving style yarns, and they change in thickness. And so yeah, so if you have not used Red Heart Unforgettable and you have used Loops and Threads Facets yarn, that's exactly what this feels like. And I really love working with this. This is just, it's really easy to work with, and I'm getting through this pretty fast. I have this much of my skein left, and then I have 4 more. So I should be able to make one more shawl after this. But each shawl, so I made the first shawl, it took me about 2 full balls and a little bit of the third. So I want to say that with 6 balls of yarn, I can hopefully make 3 shawls. The last one might be a little bit smaller, I'm not sure. But yeah, I keep this lotion here because sometimes I feel like I wash my hands so much that my hands start getting dry. So I like to just put on some lotion. I'll show you what it is. I got it as a gift. It's from Bath and Body Works. It's called Magic in the Air. It has shea butter and coconut oil. It's so nice. I think this must have been from like winter because there's like a winter scene on there. But I just keep it right here on my desk with me. So yeah, I got some more yarn needles. These are the ones I like to get, the Susan Bates yarn needles. These are the steel ones, steel yarn needles. I just kept them right here on my desk. I was like, I'm not gonna keep looking for them. I kept a stitch marker here. And then I have so many hooks now, you guys. I went and bought more hooks. So let's just say that. I bought more of the ones that I love, which are the Susan Bates. I only use Susan Bates hooks. Those are my absolute favorite. I have tried other ones here and there, but this just feels right to me. And I absolutely love this J6mm hook I'm using. Oh my gosh, it just flows. It's like butter. It feels like butter. It feels so good. So yeah, I just thought I would pop on and say hello and see who's online and who's crocheting right now. So yeah, just let me know in the comments what you're working on. I would love to know. And if you're watching the replay, let me know in the comments as well what you are working on this weekend. Or if you're watching this in the future, whatever day of the week it might be, I would love to know what you're making. I'm making 2 of these shawls. I think I'm in the middle of making like 3 blankets. I finished my basket. I'm making 1 adult size throw blanket with burlap blanket yarn. I am making so many things, you guys. And oh, I'm making a table runner for my dining table. You must have seen that photo. If you go over to my posts, you'll see that. I just shared a photo of that. It's with the Premier yarn, Premier Cotton Bulky Prints, something like that. It's on there. It's on my posts. So if you go on my channel, you'll see it there. How is everyone doing? I would love to know how you're all doing. I hope you're doing well. I've been blessed with some very nice weather today, so I got to spend some time outside with my family. And yeah, the house is quiet. So I thought, hey, let's just jump on and see what other people are doing. What are they making? And just get to, I mean, I was going to sit and crochet anyway, so I figured I'll just turn on the camera. And yeah, I did cut my hair. My hair was like this long. I chopped off my hair. And then since I cut my hair, today is the first day that I actually straightened my hair. So it's just been really curly. It's been like a curly bob kind of thing. And today my hair is straight. So it did take me some time. Had to get out all the knots and tangles and all of that. But now, yeah, I've had this hairstyle before and it's going to be summer in Texas. So I think now is the right time of the year to cut off the long hair that I had. And yes, so yeah, I'm really enjoying everything I'm working on. So I just finished a Timber Trails blanket by Juan the Yarn Addict. I just finished one last night. And I do have another one I made. So I was using Premier Momenti yarn for it. And you must have seen that in my Whip and Yarn Chat video. So I have a video that came out this week where I shared that project. And I did it in 2 different colorways. So the colorway that's finished is called Glacier, and the that I made only baby blanket size is called Seashell. So the Seashell one that I made, I don't know how many repeats I did, but it's just a baby blanket size, so it's not very big. Now I have 2 more cakes of that yarn left, so I'm thinking of actually just making 2 more baby blanket size instead of making one giant blanket. That way it can go to more babies. So if you don't know, I donate hats and blankets to babies in the NICU, and I donate hats and shawls to cancer patients. So my husband works at a hospital, and so all the donations I send through him. And in March, I did a donation to the cancer patients. I think I had, now I can't even remember, I probably had like 25 hats or 30 hats for the cancer patients, and I think I had like 5 or 6 shawls. So I did donate that. Now I need to kind of get in motion and work on the baby hats and the baby blankets. So far, I believe I have 5 or 6 baby blankets to donate, and I only have like 3 or 4 hats. So what I do is I kind of keep some yarn that is good for baby hats, and I have that in a separate bag. Now, I am going to go through my, I guess we call them yarn scraps, but they're not really scraps. They're more like, half balls of yarn or what have you. So I'm going to go through that as well and see if any of that yarn can be used to make baby hats, because you don't need that much yarn to make baby hats. Now the baby hats I make, I would say are like, because it's going to the NICU, sometimes I make preemie sizes, newborn sizes, and then like 0 to 3 months. I don't always sit and measure everything, but there are charts available online telling you exactly what the measurements should be. I kind of just eyeball it and I try to make a couple of different sizes. So yeah, so sometimes I use my scrap yarn and sometimes I have yarn specifically for that. I do have Big Twist, Joanne's Big Twist in, I think, primary color, and I was thinking of using that. So I have another colorway, I think it's called Neon Lights. Now the neon lights I made a snake with. The neon lights is like, there's this much yellow, and then there's this much blue, and then there's this much purple. I didn't want that in a baby hat. I wanted there to be more color. So there is a Big Twist I have called Primary, and it has a bunch of colors, and I think it's more of a variegated yarn. And I think I have about 2 balls of that. So I'm probably going to use that for the baby hats. Now, with the baby hats, you want to use something that is definitely machine washable, because they're going to put it in the wash, even with blankets. So I gave a blanket to, a family member for their baby when they had a baby, and I was visiting Canada. And the first thing the parent said is, can this go in the washing machine? And I was like, yes, this can go in the washing machine. So they were really worried about that. And I was like, nope, it can totally go in the washing machine. You can throw it in the wash. It's fine. Because they were like, oh, the first thing that's going to happen is the baby's going to like spit up on this blanket. So it's so funny because when I gift, baby blankets, that's not what I'm thinking. I'm thinking of like, oh, it's going to keep the baby warm and it's so pretty and all of this. And they're thinking we need to be able to wash this. So for baby blankets, I always make sure it's washable. Now, I think the Big Twist value, I think it might even say lay flat to dry. I don't know if it says machine, like tumble dry, if it can go in the dryer, but it should be fine. I've made baby blankets with Bernat blanket yarn, and Bernat blanket is machine washable and dryable. I have a throw that I made for my living room, which I have washed now at least twice, and it still looks brand new. It looks like exactly the same as when I made it. So I think the quality of Bernat blanket yarn right now is really, really good. I do absolutely love that yarn. I just don't use it all the time. But yes, I have not had dinner yet. What are you all having for dinner? I might be out for dinner, so I'm pretty excited at what I can get for dinner today because it'll be something different. I'm having a good weekend. I was blessed with really good weather today. And hopefully tomorrow we can have some more family time and somewhere I can squeeze in some more crocheting time. Um, yeah, so just to remind you, I have a playlist of all my lives on my channel. I have a playlist of all my whip and yarn chats, and that's just me sitting, working on my whips and talking to you. So I have a whole playlist of that, and then I have a whole playlist with my tutorials. So I have a tutorial for a mandala, I have tutorials for hats, and for making corner to corner blankets. That's what I have so far. I also have a Facebook group. I have a Facebook page. I'm on Ravelry. I have some of my patterns which are written out, which you can purchase on there. And yeah, I'm here on YouTube. And of course, I make videos every week. I'm on at least 2 times a week, and sometimes I'll pop in, do a live. Sometimes I'll have a third video, but I'm just like, whew, so into my crocheting. I just absolutely love it. Can't stop, won't stop. You know, I joke with some of the viewers of my channel. We send each other funny things, and I post all these memes in that community tab in the posts, and it's all for fun, but I love my crocheting, guys. I can't let it go. I mean, if like a day or two goes by and I haven't crocheted, I start to feel like, I don't know how to describe it. I start to feel like antsy. Like I'm like, wait, like what do I do with my hands? Like, how do I sit still and not do anything? So I always want to have a project with me. So look at it. It's so pretty. Can we just admire this yarn for a minute? Red Heart Unforgettable yarn. I don't know. I don't even know if it's being made anymore. I'm guessing it is, but it's a really beautiful yarn. I have 4 more of it in this colorway, which is called Red Sea. And then I have 6 in the colorway called Heirloom. And yeah, so I might just be making shawls out of all of them because evidently these work up really well as shawls. So I might just make shawls, you know, and go with that. Why not? When I'm on a roll, right? I already know that it works, so why keep the yarn and think about it later? Let's just make all the shawls, right? Let's just get it on the hook. So maybe I will just make a start and do the first repeat for all of them and just keep them. So I have done that multiple times. I just did it with star blankets. I made 6 star blankets with mandala, Line Brand mandala gradient yarn. I ended up buying it in 7 colorways, and 6 of them, except for the blue, which was aqua, I made into a hexagon cardigan for my daughter. You can see that on my channel. And aside from that one, I made 6 others. So I still have 1 in progress. So 1 is left, which is the red color. So yeah, I did it with that. I think I did it with star blankets earlier as well, a couple years ago. And now I might just batch make this shawl as well because I'm really loving how this yarn feels with this pattern. And it's just showing off the yarn so beautifully, you know. When you finally find something that works, I think you just want to keep doing it. So maybe I will make that my project. I will just, you know, I'll just start a bunch of these shawls and then I'll keep them in my whip bag and we'll work our way through it. Okay, guys, I gotta get running. I gotta go, but I will see you later and thank you so much for watching. Take care, okay? Bye. Bye, everyone.